ComfyUI is an open-source node-based interface that allows you to generate and modify images and videos. It uses open-weight AI models and custom nodes to give you powerful manual control over your workflows. In this guide, I'll walk you through the installation process, cover the system requirements, and provide 2 simple workflows for basic image generation. AI models require varying levels of hardware to run. While basic setups can technically run on 4 GB or VRAM, heavy-duty video generation might push multiple high-end GPUs to their limit. For the sake of this guide, the recommended minimum system requirements are an NVIDIA RTX 20 series or higher GPU with at least 8 GB of VRAM. You need 16 GB or more of system RAM, and make sure you're running Windows 10 or Windows 11. If you're unsure of how to check your system specs, follow these steps. Right-click anywhere in an empty space on your taskbar and select Task Manager. Navigate to the Performance tab on your left sidebar. This contains all the info we need. First, you're going to check your RAM. Click on the Memory tab and look at the top right corner. It will display your total RAM. You're looking for at least 16 GB. Next, click on your GPU. Look at the top right corner. This will tell you exactly which graphics card you have installed. You will need an RTX 20 series or newer. Once that is confirmed, look at the dedicated GPU memory. You need at least 8 GB or VRAM all year. Once you've confirmed your hardware meets the requirements, we can move on to the installation. We're going to use an unofficial installer that comes pre-packaged with everything you need, including some custom nodes and an add-ons folder. I will not be covering that today, but you'll find it useful later. The download link is in the description. If you want to verify the source yourself, it's on GitHub. Just search up ComfyUI Easy Install by Taurus1. Once a zip file has been downloaded, before you extract anything, pick your location carefully. If you can, use an SSD. AI models are large files, and an SSD will cut your load times dramatically compared to using a regular hard drive. If you're not sure which of your drives is the SSD, Task Manager will tell you. It lists the drive type right under the drive name and the performance tab. One more thing before you extract. If you're putting this in your main Windows drive, that's the one with folders like Windows, users, program files, etc. Do not dump it inside any of the sensitive files. Just create a simple folder at the root of the drive, something like whatever you have named your drive /ComfyUI, and work from there. This will not only avoid permission errors later, but also protect you from any risk. Now, once you have put the zip file in the correct folder, right-click, extract all, and let it finish. Open the extracted folder and you will see a file called ComfyUI Easy Install.bat. Double-click to run it. Importantly, do make sure you're not running it as an administrator. The single script will handle everything: Python, Git, ComfyUI, ComfyUI Manager, and custom nodes, and obviously the add-ons folder, all in one shot. Once the installation has completed, ComfyUI might launch automatically. Just close it for now. Hit the X on the command prompt window it has opened to terminate the process. Now head back to your folder. You should see a new one called ComfyUI Easy Install again, and a zip file which you can ignore for now. Open the newly created folder, and inside of it you'll see a handful of folders and some .bat files. Find the one called Update ComfyUI and Notes.bat and run that. The installer should have grabbed the latest version already, but just making sure that everything is up to date. Once that's done, ComfyUI will start up, and that's it, you're installed. When ComfyUI first opens, you'll probably see a default workflow already loaded. Galaxy in a bottle setup running on an older model called Stable Diffusion 1.5. We are clearing that out and starting from a fresh template. Quick side note before we do, a lot of beginners assume Stable Diffusion is a program you install and run like Photoshop. It's not. Stable Diffusion is just an AI model like any other. It's not a program in and of itself. Now to clear the workspace, you've got 2 options. First, hold Control and left click on your mouse and drag to select everything, and then backspace to delete. Or if you prefer to use a menu, look at the top right, that is the C icon. Go to Edit and then Clear Workflow. Either way will get you a clean slate. Now, both workflows of this guide are on my Patreon, link is in the description. They're completely free. I build them as simple as possible. No overwhelming maze of nodes, just a clear starting point for you guys to start generating images. But bear in mind, due to that, the images are not going to be the same quality as the generations you see from me. Simply download the JSON file for the workflow you want, drag and drop them right into ComfyUI's window. Once they load, you'll see a yellow note inside of the workflow. Those have all of the remaining instructions you need right there. Just follow along and experiment as much as you want. If anything breaks or it doesn't make sense to you, drop a comment on DeviantArt and I'll do my best to help you.